Hey there guys, Skippy here from Skippy6 Gaming, coming to you from Tutorial Land, where we're slowly, that's all I have left kind of to fill the whole map with tutorials. But today I've been getting asked a lot about it. We need a new infinite villager breeder. Well, right here guys, we have an infinite villager breeder, the Breeder 1000. That's just a fake name I made up right now, but this thing will pump out villagers non-stop. It requires a little bit more love than the olden days. In the olden days, you just put them there and some doors and they work. So this one has some very high-tech mechanics. Long story short, if you want them to breed, you push this button. Now they're breeding. Look, a baby just grew up and went over there. This thing has only been made in this world for like 20 minutes, I don't know, something like that. I just made it. We got tons of babies there. There's 4 babies in there. I think I have about 10 villagers in there, and we have a bunch here as well. So that said, villagers got to be willing to breed now, so we have to add this little contraption up here, and all you got to do is hit this switch, and it's going to shoot them the carrots, potatoes, and all that stuff that they need, and make them want to make little baby villagers. And there you go. So it does go through a fair amount of this stuff if you're really trying to pump out the villagers. That said, you just pump this on. It takes a bit. I had it off for a little while here, so it takes a little bit, but they're pumping. I'm gonna go turn this off because I'm not the biggest fan of ticking sounds. So we're gonna go over here. As you can see, they come out here. Let's just jump over here. I'm gonna show you a little trick to moving villagers before we jump into this build. So one of the easiest ways to move villagers, everybody's gonna say, how do you get them in there? Well, I would move my villagers with mine carts. So the easiest way is, if you watch this little trick right here, you don't even have to let them out of this little box. You put them in that little box, you let them stay there, and then all you do guys is take a mine cart and bring it over here. Watch how easy it is. See? Done and done. Your villagers are ready to go. They can't escape. This guy's gonna go bye-bye, and we're Christmas. So let's tell you what you need. I'm going to tell you all the little things to make it look fancy like this. And yeah, so you're going to need 4 glowstones, 6 trapdoors, 2 chests, 6 wooden doors, 3 redstone torches, 1 hopper, 2 dispensers, 1 lever, about 28 half slabs, 4 signs, 1 button, 9 stairs, 4 ladders, and I'd say about 2 stacks of glass, give or take. You don't necessarily need to use glass. I'll tell you where you have to use glass. And of course, guys, on a whole separate note, to breed villagers, guys, you're going to need A, villagers to start this farm up, and then B, you're going to need wheat, potato, carrots, and bread. Wheat, of course, will only make farmer villagers willing. So I would stick towards the wheat, or towards the carrots, potatoes, and bread for the main bulk of it, just because that will make anything willing. But if you had wheat, you could throw it in there as well. So that said, let's jump into this build, and we're gonna... Okay, so let's start this bad boy off. First things first, guys, you want to make this more than 65 blocks away from any village or doors or anything that's near a village. So for this one here, I'm not going to do it because I'm just going to literally take out the doors or whatever, but I'm going to show you how to build it right here. And yeah, so 65 blocks away from a village or away from another one of these. You can have 2 as long as they're more than 65 blocks away. So that said, let's find a spot on the ground and start this build. So first things first, we need a villager. Let's just go ahead and do this. We're just going to build up a little villager holder, and we're going to want this villager to be in here. So what I do just to add a little bit of light is throw a glowstone down here, and then toss the dude in there. Look at that. Don't do what I just did, because that's ghetto. Because he's gonna get out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fix that dude up right there. That's pretty cool. Let's do this, because this is gonna be a problem. There you go. So the villager's locked in. That's good. Grab your doors. Just basically skip 1 block. So as you can see right here, we want the doors on it. So you want it on the inside of this one. So let's just go over here and make sure to see what we're doing right here. We're just bringing them 1 block out, but it's kind of actually 0 blocks out if you really want to look at it. So right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. I think a lot of this one here, guys, is just straight building. I'm gonna use cyan glass just for different, and then lock this down. You're gonna want to lock this down in a way that will allow no mobs to get your guy. Again, how much glass you use is totally up to you, as long as this is concealed. Number 2, you have to make sure that for the rest of the build, again, some small villager tips here is that you want to make sure that these 6 doors here are always going to have nothing but opaque blocks, so no solid blocks above these doors to the sky. As you can see in there, it looks like there is, but there isn't. Just put glass, half slabs, whatever you want. And yeah, so let's keep going here. I don't know, you don't need to put this guy here. And then basically the other thing you want to make sure is that no mobs are spawning in here, which is why I usually put a piece of glowstone right there. If you wanted to be extra careful about it, that could be easily done. Let's just grab glowstone. And yeah, you can't ever be too careful. So if you really wanted to, guys, throw some more glowstone here. But I feel like this is a mob-free environment as it stands. And yeah, so once that's done, that's like the bottom part. That's easy peasy. We're going to put this guy 8 blocks above. So not this one here. We're going to count at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to get rid of all these guys. And then we're going to come up here. And as you can see, what we're going to do is make this guy 5, 2 on each side. And we're going to make this 6 deep. Like this. Yeah, I think the sign was a good decision because it's the white is really hard to work with sometimes, just because look, the villagers are pumping. I love it. I have it turned off right now too, so that's just a baby bouncing. So you're gonna see that this one goes 6 long, and then on the end we're just gonna do a little triple thread right there. Looking good. So now what we want to do is go ahead and build up a wall around this guy. Make it too high. Get this guy going here. And then also we're going to put too high right here. Looks good. Looks good to me. It's a very simple kind of build. If you look over here, we have the signs are kind of easily placed, but basically what we want to do right now is just create this little kind of lip on the end. So let's go over here. Put this guy here, and then we're going to put too high here. On top of that, what we're going to do is go back under here and find this block right here, throw a half slab under it, and then come up to the top. Ta-da! Grab your signs. So here's some sign placement right here. That's going to block it from there. Sign placement right there. Do another one right there. And then grab your bucket of water and put it here and here. Everything goes here, everything goes down in the hole. Yay for us. So now what we want to do is we're going to want to create basically the ability to add water here and lift the villagers up so that they can breathe. So let's go ahead and get rid of this guy. Look, I didn't bring a solid block, but that's okay. We don't need the doors anymore. So solid block right here. Dispenser. Horrible. Ghetto. What's up with that, Skippy? Come on. We just want to put it inside. Okay, now that it's inside there, let's go ahead and grab a button. This button is going to go on and off to make breeding the villagers possible. And then the baby villagers are going to go in here, so that's pretty cool. So let's start with the next step, back to the glass. So what we want to do right here is we're going to want to create a hole around this. So first things first, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then let's bring this guy up here. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 right here. And then what you want to do is, you know what I did? Let's move this up here a little bit. Right here. There we go. That's better. Start on the back one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See how we made this little hole with this where the villagers go as the center? That's good. And then what we're going to do is fill this hole like this. And now we have 1. So that's cool. So now what we're going to do is make that exact same loop again. And we're going to fill it in except for a cross shape. See what we did? See how there's a cross on each side right here? So now when we press this guy right here, it goes there. This is going to allow them to toss the food. It's kind of a big deal. And yeah, so let's go over here. Perfect. So we can always close up the front right here because we don't want too many. We'll open it up again when we bring out our little tube that comes out the side. So now we have to worry about feeding the villagers. So let's just throw our dispenser right here. Let's go ahead and put a solid block behind it. Solid block behind it. Let's go ahead and grab a lever, a hopper, and a chest. My silly control freaks are like sticking. I don't like it. And chest right here. Perfect. So right here is going to be where we put the food in. So the thing is, guys, they do eat it takes up to 12 potatoes or carrots to willing a villager. So it does take a fair amount, but as you can see, we've added this little hopper right here, so it's going to be easy. Now the other thing is, what we're going to do here is, while we're here, let's make our fancy circuit. We'll grab this and a lever. So to make this fancy circuit, what we're going to do is get rid of this block, make this a solid block. I think that's going to work just fine. So then, yeah, I'm just going to go make sure how I did it. I did it. It's up one. So let's bring it up one here. Let's bring this guy up. So we want this one here to be our fun time circuit. So just go ahead and put this guy here, break this block, this guy here, break this block, this guy here. Looks good to me. Then what you do is put a solid block on the top of all these. Looks good. Grab a redstone dust right there. This is gonna make your fancy annoying sound coming up soon. And then grab your repeater or your dispenser. Notice the tick. Perfect. Oh yeah, I like it. I like it. So let's go and put our hopper back on here. Let's put our chest back on there and on there. So now successfully we have the ability to shoot the stuff in. So let's grab our cyan glass again and block this bad boy in. We're going to want to make sure that this is a solid one right here. At the end, guys, there's a bunch of glass you can remove, but until that moment, we're going to just do this, and then we'll get rid of the glass at the end. So as you can see, we are now sealed in. Grab yourself some half slabs. I shouldn't have got rid of the glass, but basically you're going to want to make sure that you half slab these for sure, because you don't want mobs spawning there. And then I just make a fancy little pattern. Actually, I like the way it looks. So I do this guy, this guy. This guy right here is actually there for a reason, because you don't want the food to shoot out. So, ooh, looking good. So, first step, guys, put your villagers in there. So you're going to do it, guys, with the train track. Like I showed you earlier, it's super easy. If you did that, all you got to do is make the train track, go to this hole, let them drop in, and then just bust the minecart out from under them. Super easy task. But we're just going to throw like 3 or 4 in here. Actually, you know what? Let's put 7. Again, this villager farm is going to mess up this one. So basically what we have to do is, if we really want it to work, we're just going to get rid of this right here. The doors around it is the key to failure. And as per now, that's not going to breed nothing. So those villagers will grow up. Let's go back over here. Okie dokie. So now what we want to do is one of the biggest things that you want to make sure happens is that the villagers that are created, the babies, are going to go here. But even more importantly, guys, you want the rest of them to move away. Those villagers have to be at least 5 blocks away from them, just like these are to them, because what happens is every once in a while the game says, hey, how many villagers are here right now? And it looks at it, and basically what it's not seeing is the other villagers, because you're moving them out really quickly. So the best way to do that is actually just to bust this guy out, and we're going to bring them all the way out here. So let's grab a different color stained glass. I used green on the last one, whatevs. So they're going to come out here. So what do we want them to do? We're going to want to put a sign right here. And then we're going to put a water source on this one leaning out. So that's good. We're going to put this guy here. This is going to go 8 blocks in total. But what we're going to do is make sure that you seal it up. You have to seal it up. See, they have a too high area to get out. That's perfect. You don't have to do anything there. Again, the more glass you use, guys, the better, because mobs can't spawn on glass, and all it takes is one zombie, guys. One zombie, and this thing is crushed. It becomes like a zombie villager farm, which is pretty useless. Put this guy here, and then we're gonna just toss this guy right there. However far it goes is cool. Let's grab, I keep getting rid of the glass. Let's grab this guy. We don't need any more water. So what you also want to do is make sure they drop down. The first time I made it, I just had it one down. You're going to want them to drop down two. As you can see, looks good to me. And again, we'll worry about the design and the fanciness at the end. We are using a little bit too much glass right now, but I'm not too concerned with it. So there we go. So I'm just going to give them a too high area. And then make sure you extend this guy up, or they'll jump up off the tracks. Looks good. All of them are going to go here. Again, you don't need this. You don't need this. As we go, we'll make it look prettier. So now also you're going to want to put some light here. Again, not too big of a deal. Hold on. Bless me. Holy cow. I don't think I've ever sneezed in a video before. So let's grab ourselves some trapdoors, because lighting this is a big deal. I like to put one here. I don't know why. Mobs can't spawn on any of this glass, but if you forget something up there, mobs will walk over here, and they can't get in anyway, but it's always safer. Better safe than sorry, guys. Okay, perfect. And then also what I'm going to do right now is just go around and trim the fat. Whenever you're building with glass, guys, there's always tons of stuff you can get rid of. See, I already did on the side there. Let's trim the fat here. Unnecessary. Trim the fat here. I just like having a sharp looking kind of thing. Don't do right here. You could technically do this one and all these. See, looks good. I like it. So now that that's done, really, guys, you pretty much have your villager breeder more or less ready to go. We're just going to worry about the fancy stairs. I'll show you guys how to do it. So first things first, let's clear this inventory. And like I said, I would use carrots, potatoes, and bread mostly. And you could use wheat, but honestly, there has to be a farmer villager inside there in order for it to work. So I would just pump it with these. Oh, it's locked. See, as you can see, it'll just come in. If I were you guys and I was in like an excited mood, I would fill the dispenser first, and then that would never-endingly let this go down. So you're good to go. It's going to keep pumping. Let's get rid of this guy. So then that said, let's get the last few bits of our design to make the thing look sharp. We're going to do that with slabs, stairs, iron bars, slab, stairs, iron bars, and ladders. That's what we need next. Perfect. Grab this guy. So first things first, we're also going to need a few more solid blocks, because we're going to put these ladders up here. These ladders are going to help you get where you need to go. Put the ladders up here, and that's going to help you basically go over here, get up here to fill your chest with all of your food and stuff. And now let's grab some half slabs. Again, half slabs are usually going to be your block of choice for this, if you ask me, because mobs won't spawn on them. Especially, see, these are top half slabs, which are dangerous. So what you're going to want to have is bottom half slabs. So what you want to do is put it right there. Looks good. This is just going to let you get around and here. So let's just go ahead and put this guy here. And then let's see how that works. Man, Skip be flying. So the one thing you'll see is the reason the food is a problem is because this guy's not on. And there you go. As you can see, they're picking up the food. Everything looks good. Perfect. There's not that much food in there. We don't want to start it up just yet. But as you can see, we're going to go right here. We walk up. We fill our food. We're good to go. We want to put food in the thing. All you got to do is click this guy on. And these guys are in cook mode. Love it, love it, love it. Again, Skippy hates ticking. So let's just build our thing down. So basically what I did right here was I just wanted to carry this bottom half slab here. And then what I had to do is have fun with stairs. Bring some stairs down. pretty simply like that. Again, keep this area as spawn free as physically possible. And then let's do a U-turn. Again, I'll just go bust those blocks out after, but you do need to get up here, and that's kind of a big deal. So actually, I think that one might even look better because this guy here, and there we go. I think that looks sharp. Perfect. And then we're just gonna go up here, bust out some of these. Is that an upside down stair? Oh, that's a solid block, isn't it? Oh no, it's perfect. Grab these guys, and then what I do is I like to add the iron bars around it. I think the iron bars look sharp. Again, there's an art to the iron bars. We can get rid of these guys, not necessary. Placing iron bars is like a specialty right there. We'll get rid of that guy. Bring him over here. Let's do a Yui. Yui time. This guy here. This guy here. Get rid of that guy. Put this one here. We want to make sure that you can't fall through the crack here. So what the heck is going on? That's pretty crazy. Let's try to cap the end here. Well, either way, you guys get this. We could go over here. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but you get the gist of it. Bring these iron bars down and block off your thing. Bring them down and we're good to go. So that said, you are going to need a ton of stuff in here. Throw your item frames on there. Make it look sharp. Throw these guys here. They're going to keep pumping. I'm not sure. I probably have reached my villager cap at this point in time with this guy here. But there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's pretty simple when you really break it down to it. And now you have unlimited villagers. So I hope you enjoyed it. Smash that like, share this video on social media with your friends. Again, when you want them to breed, make them willing and press this. When you want them to stop breeding, undo this, turn this off, and you're good. Perfect, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in for my daily Minecraft uploads. Love it, love it, love it, and I'll catch you on the next one.